Would you agree that when it comes to eating healthy for yourself and your family, one of the biggest challenges can be trying new things? I mean, what if you want to try a unsweetened vanilla almond milk, but you're not sure how it's going to taste? What if you want to try, you've heard about cooking spaghetti squash or, a particular new protein powder that you've heard about, but you want to try, but then what if it turns out yucky, right? What if you waste your time and your money buying new ingredients and trying to figure this stuff out? Well, I hear you, I've been there, and I actually wanted to show you a fun way today. I'm going to give you a recipe demonstration that could show you a simple way of how you can start trying new things. And then you're going to kind of see it in action today. Does that sound good? So my name is Alicia Jones. Welcome back to my channel. In this short video, you're going to see a healthy substitute. And that's the word I want you to walk away with today when it comes to trying new things for yourself, your family, and gosh, there is the risk, to be totally honest with you. What if you try something and it flops? Okay, true, and I've been there. When I first created my black bean brownies, if you don't already know this part of my story, it took me, are you ready? Honest to God, 30 iterations to make those ridiculous black bean brownies that now are the favorite in my own recipe book. They are the favorite in my on-demand classes. Everybody who gets my stuff is like, how do I make those black bean brownies? They are the favorite in my kids' classes, in their sports team celebrations. Everybody likes it when I bring the magic brownies. That was when I first started creating healthy stuff. And then more recently, you get better over time. It's taken me less and less times to get things right nowadays. So I'm just sharing that with you to let you know, first of all, I get it. Second of all, I've been there. And third of all, I'm gonna give you some ideas today about how you can start swapping out, substitution. So let me just start with something real simple. Coffee. Do you like coffee? Please let me know down in the comment section in this video. I love coffee. If you don't already know that about me, I'm an espresso girl. So I'm gonna show you how to make an at-home Starbucks Frappuccino, okay? This is gonna be no sugar. Yep, you heard me correctly, no sugar. It's gonna have the macronutrients, so it's gonna have your protein, carbohydrate, and healthy fat, believe it or not. It's gonna taste delicious, okay? And I'm gonna show you some of the ways that I figured out how to do this. So if you like coffee, or if you're interested in what that might look like, go ahead and grab your ingredients and let's just do this together. It's super fast. So here's what you're gonna need. We're gonna test out, we're gonna try something new today if you don't already have something like this. This is a plant-based milk. This particular one is almond milk. It's unsweetened vanilla. Our family does just fine with nuts. If you have a nut allergy, please don't use almond milk. Please use coconut milk or something else that your body can handle. And if you don't know if you have allergies, then you're probably fine. Okay. So you're gonna grab milk. Okay. Now this one, I also want you to know, I told you this was gonna be sugar-free. It's going to be having the macronutrients in it, but one of the ways it's going to be sugar-free is a substitution. So this is my substitution for milk, for myself, for my kiddos. Believe it or not, I got my kids to drink this, and there's a little trick. I'll show you how I got that to happen. There is no sugar in this. 30 calories per cup. That's a pretty big portion size when it comes to milk. 2.5 grams of fat, pretty low. 1 protein and 1 carbohydrate, 0 sugar. Okay, so this is a great substitution. If you want to start someplace with getting your family to eat healthier, trying new things, start with a milk and just test it out. So here's the milk, okay? You're also gonna need a blender with some ice in it. This is just about a cup of ice I just grabbed from my freezer before I turned on this video. You're also gonna need some coffee. This is a double espresso. I just brewed it for myself, for you, okay? And then you're gonna need a protein powder. I think vanilla protein powder tastes amazing. This actually is a whey protein powder. I'm okay with dairy. If I love a vegan protein powder too. This is just the one that I like that's vanilla. So use what's right for you. Now when it comes to protein powder, I will tell you, you're going to find different tastes, I think that a lot of the vegan ones have a really good natural taste. To be perfectly honest with you, sometimes the whey protein powders can have more of an artificial taste to them. So just be aware of that thing, and when you go to find a protein powder, just keep it in mind. If you want some suggestions for protein powders that I use that I've already tried a million and I can tell you which ones I like that you'll probably like too, just drop that in the conversation below. I'd be happy to share the ones I use. This doesn't happen to have a label on it, but I want you to know the flavor. It's vanilla. It's also completely low sugar, high protein. There's like 1 or 2 grams of carbs in each serving of this thing, and like 20 grams of protein. So I'm upping the protein for myself. It's gonna keep the muscles strong. It keeps you feeling full. And that leads me into my next macronutrient. This is coconut oil. Use just a teensy bit. Okay, when it comes to healthy fats, you gotta be really, really small portion size. I mean, you'll see I'm gonna use like a less than my thumb size of this stuff. This is gonna help keep me full also. It helps with skin health, hair health, gut health, keeps you regular, if you know what I mean. Kind of important, okay, these days. And actually, okay, really, just in all truth, that helps with your immune system. Okay, so when you're regular and your body is and your gut is functioning how it's supposed to function, removing the toxins from your body that it needs to, your immunity is going to go up, because guess where your immune system is? If you don't already know this, it's in your gut. Okay, that's how come lots of people talk about gut health. So I do include that. I focus more on macronutrients, but it's absolutely part of what I do, and I wanted to share why, so you knew about the healthy fat. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to pour this together. Anyways, that's all you're gonna need, real simple. Just a big cup or something to pour it in, and a little spoon. Oh, and the one trick I told you I was gonna share with you, I will share now. This is a liquid stevia, okay? Stevia is a plant-based sweetener. I'm a big fan of plant-based eating as much as possible. Our family is okay with meat. I know not everybody's is, but in most of the time we still do a lot of plant-based stuff anyways. This is a great trick for getting your kids, or yourself if you have a sweet tooth, to try new things that might be too much of a health food. What I did is I added some of the liquid stevia into the milk, just a couple squirts for the whole, container, and then my kids will drink this with no complaining. Can you just imagine that for a second? You give your kids something for breakfast and they eat it and they don't complain. And they might even say, "Thanks, Mom, you're the best." This is absolutely important when it comes to trying new things. Keep it as close to the original as possible. So the big takeaway from today is substitution, kind of swapping out, if you will, and really a secondary takeaway would be keep it as close to the original as possible if your kids are used to like a sweeter milk, and mine were for quite a while until I got kind of creative. But this is a way of keeping it 0 sugar, plant-based, keeping it close to the original. Our ice in the blender, we have our espresso. Whoop, pour it in. Gonna pour in about a cup of milk. Kind of always recommend that you shake it first. It's approximately a cup. We're gonna pour in 1 scoop of protein powder. And the scoop size is approximately 1/4 of a cup. Can you see that? Right there, people always ask me, what size is your scoop? It's approximately 1/4 of a cup. And then I told you we're gonna add a tiny bit of healthy fat in there for that gut health. Actually, I think that coconut oil has a teensy bit of a sweet flavor. I wonder if you've found that as well. I think that helps baked goods or like a sweet frappuccino taste a tiny bit sweeter. So that's actually another trick you can use when you're trying new things, is find an oil that is suitable for what you're cooking. Like for baked goods, coconut oil is a great choice because it tastes a little bit sweeter. Most baked goods are sweet, right? Say like a 1/2 teaspoon, maybe. It's really small portion of the healthy fat. We're gonna dump that in. So yours should look like this. It's just all together, and I'm gonna mix it up and show you what it looks like. All right, so here is our homemade frappuccino all mixed up. Just kind of spared you the sound of the blender there, but it's a great texture. Yours should look a little bit like mine. It's kind of thick and cold and just a tiny bit ice creamy. I'll show you here as we pour it into the cup. I hope yours turned out as yummy as mine. So see that kind of ice creamy frappuccino texture right there? It's super good. And of course for me, I like this in the morning for a little coffee. Pick me up. I like it for the protein and the healthy fat that's in there for the gut health. You want to try it with me? That's super good. So a couple takeaways from today. First of all, hope you got value from this video. If you did, please smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Share these videos with another woman that you know is really wanting to up her own health game. Maybe is a little bit hesitant to try something new, but hopefully you got some tips and tricks today that you can pass this along to her as well. And so a couple takeaways from today. We have, if you're gonna go try new things, please, first of all, just go for it, okay? Just give it a try. Ways, if you wanna pretty much guarantee that you don't flop because you would like to learn from my hard experience, I've gone through all the hard, I've gone through all the flops, and I put it in a recipe book for you so you don't have to go through that. So you grab that recipe book for yourself, for your family. There's a snack list available as well. And that way you can kind of have a starting point for what you know is gonna work, and then be creative from there. Well, second thing is have substitutions when it comes to new things, so that you can have ingredients like I showed you with the milk. Third thing is keep it as close to the original as possible. That way you know it's gonna taste a teeny bit different just because it's not literally a Starbucks Frappuccino, but it's pretty darn close to that coffee Frappuccino, especially with the vanilla in there. It tastes really, really sweet, even though there's no sugar. So I hope those were helpful for you. Again, pass this video along to someone that you think it would serve and bless today, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for joining me.